This is a song about drugs. This is He Knows You Know.
He's got experience.
This is called Chelsea Monday.
Smile.
All the best freaks are here.
All the best freaks are here.
Did you ever meet a lady screaming angst potential? Did you ever dream of romance no matter how experimental? Did you ever feel a stranger drifting back into your hometown? Did you think you were buying safety when you bought that piece of ground? She said all the best freaks are here. All the best freaks are here. Please stop staring at me.
Sing with me.
So I said, all the best freaks are here. All the best freaks are here. Please stop staring at me.
Let's go.
Did you ever wake up sweating in the middle of the night? I searched the darkness and you're scrambling for the light. Did you ever walk down the street, hear footsteps following you? But don't worry, my son. Squad looking after you. I said all the best freaks are here. All the best freaks are here. Please stop staring at me. So I said all the best freaks are here. All the best freaks are here. Please stop staring at me. Hey. So very far away. You save your pennies and you buy another day. But after all, it's only hide and seek, just another day. There's so much fun to be had when you're living with a name. All the best freaks are here. All the best freaks are here. Please stop staring at me. So I said all the best freaks are here. We are jigsaw pieces aligned on the perimeter edge, interlocked through a missing piece. We are Renaissance children, become beneath the bridge of size, forever throwing firebrands at the stonework. We are Siamese children, related by the heart, bleeding from the surgery of initial confrontation. holding the word scalpels on trembling lips. Stand straight, look me in the eye and say goodbye. Stand straight, rejected past the point of reasons why. Yesterday stars, tomorrow stars today. And the problem always seems to be we're picking up the pieces on the ricochet. This is the ricochet. Drowning tequila sunsets, stowaways on midnight ships, refugees of romance plead asylum from the real, scrambling distress signals on random frequencies, forever repatriated on guild blades and morning planes. We are pilots of passion, sweating the flight on course to another summit conference, another breakfast time divorce. Screaming at a ceasefire, snowblind in an avalanche zone. Stand straight, look me in the eye and say goodbye. Stand straight, rejected past the point of reasons why. Yesterday stars, tomorrow stars today. And the problem always seems to be we're picking up the pieces on the ricochet. This is the ricochet. Ricochet. Are we trigger happy? Russian roulette in the waiting room. Empty chambers, embracing the end. Puzzled visions haunt the ripples of a Trevi moon. Drink on for the fountain, or to cover your eyes. We reached ignition point from the sparks of pleasantries. We sensed the smoke advancing from horizons.
You must have known that I was concealing an escape.
Stand straight, look me in the eye and say goodbye. Stand straight, rejected past the point of reasons why. Yesterday stars, tomorrow stars today. And the problem always seems to be we're picking up the pieces on the ricochet. This is the ricochet. Will you show me the pieces next time on the ricochet? This is the problem. This is the ricochet.
Problem.
Thank you.
Sinatra calling me down to the floors to where you pay a quarter for a partnership in life. To the jukebox playing in the corner while the waitress is counting out the time. To pretend for when it gets right down to it, there's no one really left to blame. Blame it on me. Oh, you can blame it on me. We just shook a mass in the rain.
This next track is the last track of the full set. It's the title track of the new album, The Anxiety Attack, The Dominoes. This is simply called Fugazi.
christening shawl of a hangover baptized in tears from the real. Drowning in the liquid seas on the Piccadilly line, rat race scuttling through the damp electric labyrinth.
With breaststroke ambition, and albatross bullshit maritime.
Sheath within the Walkman where the halo of distortion, oral contraceptive aborting pregnant conversation.
And it pierced my heart, crucified herself around.
From the timeline guardians and the conscience bubbles, safe and dry in my sea of troubles. 9 to 5s with suitable ties, cast adrift as their sideshow. Peep show, stereo hero, be calm, be still, be rich. Drowning in the real. The FIFA flag tide hides in Islington now, praying deportation for his sacred cow. A legacy of romance from a twilight world, the diary of a relative mystery girl. A Vietnamese flower, a Buckland Union, a mistress of police from a magazine's lies. Magdalene's contract, moral and favors, the feeling of the Western promise. Outside by the throat, they have got you all by the throat.
Sheffield, good night. So here I am once in the playground of the broken heart. One more experience, one more entry in a diaries of pain. Yet another emotional suicide, overdose on sentiment and pride. Too late to say I love you, too late to restage the play, abandoning the relics in my playground of yesterday. I'm losing on the swings, I'm losing on the roundabouts, I'm losing on the swings, I'm losing on the roundabouts. Too much, too soon, too far to go, too late to play. The game is to right my wrongs. waiting, now awake.
Promise waiting, now I wait. This is a wake. The fool escaped from paradise with Luke over his shoulder and cried, Satan should want daffodils and struggled to answer why. As you grow up and leave the playground where you kissed your boots and found your fall, remember the gesture that showed you tears, a string of tears. So I'll hold my peace forever when you wear your bridal gown. In the silence of my shame, the mute that sang the silent song has gone solo in my day. I've gone solo in the game. This game is over. This is over. Can you still say you love me? Can you still say you love me? Can you still say that you love me? Just as tears. Do you love me? 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 You're just as tears. You're just as tears. Tears. These are tears. Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to thank everybody for contribution to the road crew, Buns. And for that, the last time we'll play up here, this is called Incommunicado.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Where do we go from here? White Russia.
pseudo silk kimono, I'm mourning me right in the starless shutters of my eyes. The spirit of a misplaced childhood is rising to speak his mind to this orphan of heartbreak, disillusions unscarred, a refugee, safe in the sanctuary, oh so safe. But you broke my Kaylee, is it too late to say I'm sorry? And Kaylee, could we get it together again? I just can't go on pretending that it came to a natural end. Kaylee, oh I never thought I'd miss you. And Kaylee, I thought that we'd always be friends. We said our love would last forever. So how did it come to this bitter end? Shooting stars, do you remember loving on the floor in Versailles Park? Do you remember dancing in stilettos in the snow? Do you remember you never understood I had to go? By the way, didn't I break your heart? Please excuse me, I never meant to break your heart. So sorry, I never meant to break your heart, but you broke my Kaylee. I just wanna say I'm sorry, but Kaylee, I'm too scared to pick up the phone to hear you found another lover to patch up our broken home. Kaylee, I'm still trying to write that love song. Kaylee, it's more important to me now you're gone. Maybe it will prove that we were right, or it'll prove that I was wrong. We were wrong. when I heard the sprinklers whisper, shimmer in the haze of summer love. Then I heard the children sing. They were running through the rainbows. They were singing a song for you. Well, it seemed to be a song for you, the one I wanted to write for you. For you, this is for you. I'm a Swathorian.
aimlessly within the warmth of a shadow, not the regal creature of border caves, but the poor, directionless, misguided familiar of some obscure Scottish folk. The mist crawls from the canal as a primordial phantom of romance to curl under a cascade of neon purple, while I sit tied to the foam like an expectant father. Your carnation will rot in a vase.
Train sleeps in the sun. driver guzzles another can of lager, lager, to wash away the memories of Friday night down at the club. She was a wallflower at 16, she'll be a wallflower at 34. Her mother called her beautiful.
Her daddy said, ahoy.
It's getting late for scribbling and scratching the paper. Something's gonna give under this pressure, and the cracks are already beginning to show. It's too late. The weekend girl never boarded the plane. They said this could never happen again. Oh, so wrong, so wrong. This time it seems to be another misplaced rendezvous. This time it's looking like another misplaced rendezvous with you. The parallel of you. Could it be you? Could it be you? The outskirts of nowhere, on the ring road to somewhere, on the verge of indecision, I'll always take the roundabout way. Waiting on the ring, for I was born with a habit from the the sun, the habit of the windswept thumb, and the sound of the rain. Rain on me! Let it rain. Started raining.
death, of virginity, and the killing fields of the white boys. Where are we now?
Paradise found, do we gain respect?
too tired to fight. So now we're passing strangers at single tables, still trying to get over, still trying to write love songs for passing strangers. All those passing strangers and the twinkling lights, all those twinkling lights sparkle with the raging come up. Won't you look out the bar? The price of infamy, the edge of insanity. Another holiday and another temporary home and an interview with threatening me with a microphone. Talk to me, won't you tell me your story? Won't you tell me your story? Be incredible if we could retrace all the collisions, all the lives that were lived here, all the sparks. Wasted, I've never been so wasted. I've never been this far out before. Perimeter walk. There's a presence here that I recognize. I recognize the presence of a child. Could have been ancient, it could have been mystical. this morning, and I found myself mourning for a childhood that I thought I'd disappear. I looked out the window and I saw a magpie in the rainbow. The rain had gone, I'm not alone. I turned to the mirror and I saw you, child, that once loved the child before we broke his heart. Our heart, the heart that I believed was lost. Hey, you, surprised, more than surprised, to find the answers to the questions were always in your own eyes. Do you realize that you could have gone back to her? But that would only be retracing all the problems that you ever knew. So untrue, for she's got to carry on with her life, and you've got to carry on with yours. So I see it's me. I'm still a child, forever wild. 'Cause the only thing misplaced was direction, and I found direction. There is no childhood there. There is no childhood there. For I am your childhood friend. Won't you leave me on? Won't you leave me on? I must lead us on. This is nice and simple, but you get this bit right. This is called Ring Friend. When I hit the street back in '81, for the heart and the metal and the bullet's crown, I fell for a Marcus as an icicle dick. Where had I been for all these years? As a political intrigue, political lies, gonna wipe those smiles of self-satisfaction from their eyes. 'Cause I will wear your white feather, I will carry your white flag, I will swear I have no nation, but I'm proud to own it all. I will wear your white feather, I will carry your white flag, I will swear I have no nation, but I'm so proud to own my heart and own my heart. I own mine. Come on. We don't need your uniforms, we have no disguise. Divided we stand, together we rise. All the Beirut children, Jerusalem children, all the Moscow children, and the London children, and the LA children, and the Tokyo children. Sing. We will wear your white feather, we will carry your white flag, we will swear we have no nation, but we're proud to own ours. We will wear your white feather, we will carry your white flag, we will swear we have no nation, but we're so proud. We own our worlds, 'cause we own our hearts. They can never, ever, ever take your heart away.